Hello, hello. This is Todd from Breakthrough Partners. I am coming to you here on my lake. Can you hear the beautiful breeze coming? It's a lovely September hot day. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm coming here to talk to you about judgment. If you've been following my nuggets of truth, you know last week I talked about the judgment of others and my own experience with a very vicious judgment of a group, and the what happens with that. Like, this is what's happening in our world right now. But I want to turn the finger around from others to ourselves and talk about self-judgment. Okay, I have been coaching for 20 years, and all people from different countries, different levels, from CEOs to employees to, moms starting their own business to women in Africa who are, trying to live and make ends work. And we all have self-judgment. And that is because our human brains are wired that way, because they are wired. There's a part of our brain, which is the fight or flight part of our brain, that is wired to protect ourselves and to try to keep ourselves safe. And self-judgment actually is part of that. It doesn't feel like that, but it gets birthed out of our wounds of the past, our trauma, our failures, our upsets. And these self-judgments are killing us, people. It is causing people to have burnout, exhaustion, insomnia, anxiety, depression, not going for jobs that they really want, not living their dreams, not starting businesses, being in bad marriages, and just plain simply being miserable. Because when we consistently judge ourselves, we make ourselves miserable. So I'm just going to give you 3 quick steps, and there's, work that goes behind them. But what we need to do when self-judgment flares its evil little head. One is name it. Name it for what it is. So literally naming these parts of yourselves is important, because you can see it's not all of you, it's just this part of you. So for me, I'll give you mine. I have an overachiever. I have a perfectionist mother. As a full-time single mom, it gets flared up all the time. School just started. I got lots of stories on that. I have a people pleaser. I have a controller. So these are different parts of me that when they come up, I can name them. That's who they are. And here's the story or lie that usually starts with an always, and it's fear-based, that makes me feel negative or do something I don't want to be doing, okay? Or losing sleep or whatever it might be. So just naming it. Here's the name of it. Here's the lie in the story, and here's what it's costing me. Because if we don't see what it's costing us, it will just run amok. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, so first is name it. Number 2 is tame it. So we have to have practices for taming, calming those parts of us. And I don't mean beating that part of us over the head, or sometimes I have clients say, I want to kill that part of me. It's like, think of it like a child or an adolescent. When they get stressed out and they get worked up, we don't want to threaten to kill it or say we hate it. That really doesn't help. It's a part of us, and it's actually trying to help us, but it actually isn't. So we have to just see it for what it is. Tame it. I'm not going to keep, I'm not going to let it ruminate. And then the third part is shift it. And it's really having practices where you anchor yourself in the truth, in a new truth. And you do practices. They are body, mind, heart, body. They are like whole self practices to shift this automatic reaction that happens in our brain that gets us worked up, and shifts us to the part of our brain, and this is all research based, by the way, that is calm, creative, wise, intuitive, that can take a situation, right, step back from it, and really find the truth. So again, anchoring ourselves in the truth, and we either learn from it, or we're compassionate to ourselves, or whatever it is. We make a good decision so that, we can move out of that state of, spin state. It's like a spin cycle on the washing machine. All right, so name it, tame it, shift it. If you are feeling this, if you resonate with this, if your self-judgment is going berserk, or is taking you away from living your purpose, being happy, being successful, doing what you love, please let me know. I have a group program that I'm starting next week that is all about, it's a very structured program about working you through how you do these steps. And I always do individual programs. And I would just say most of the leaders that I work with, we are working on some level of self-judgment. You know, what's happening in our head that actually is, you know, causing us to not be our best. So please reach out if this resonates with you, and please just take a look, just take that pause and look at your self-judger. Okay, name it, tame it, shift it. All right, love you all. Happy September.